across the UK and across the world. From the Mirrorball studio in Royal Berkshire, this is Chris Reardon.
It certainly is. Chris Reardon with you, United Kingdom Talk. Right, let's go on to some of our lovely emails from gorgeous people. Now, at the end of the last show, I was reading you an email from Bjorn in Switzerland. Hello, Bjorn. Who did say he's also known as BJ. Now, I suggest... you, if you ever come to the UK, Bjorn, don't use BJ as a nickname because it. Find some. I'll tell you what. Bjorn. Find someone English and ask them what BJ could be short for, okay? And they will tell you. I really can't go into it on this show, but I didn't quite finish off the email. And he says about. He was talking about New Year's Eve in Switzerland. And I'll read what I read to you at the end of the last show. Something that might be interesting to know is how your listeners spent New Year. I live in Switzerland, and in the German-speaking countries, that's Germany, Austria and Switzerland, we celebrate New Year very much like the British with one special feature. About 5 minutes before midnight, we have a special TV programme called Dinner for One. It's an English TV sketch that is just about unknown in the UK. This is really famous in all German-speaking countries, and you grow up with it. It's repeated every year on just about all the TV channels. And he sends a link, which, again, I've put in the United Kingdom Talk forums in the links section, okay? To go to the United Kingdom Talk forums, once again, go to the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. You'll find a link to the forums there, and from forums, go to links, and you'll see their New Year's Eve, I think we'll call that New Year's Eve Switzerland video. All right? And I did have a look at that video. Odd. Really odd. It's a black and white thing, and I kind of don't understand why that's played out, but, you know, it's a custom, and that's it. There are many customs all over the world that people don't understand. But that's what happened. So thank you very much for the information there. And Beyond says, what did you or your listeners do on New Year's Eve? And which is kind of something we haven't talked about, really, isn't it? I mean, I think I told you about my New Year's Eve this year, which was very different to what we usually did. This year, my New Year's Eve was at the Golden Lion. We did bingo, which started at 8 o'clock. We had 3 games of bingo. The main prizes were a colour television, what was the other one? Oh, I can't remember now. A holiday. Someone won a holiday. Now, there was another prize. And I can't remember for the life of me what it was. Colour television, a holiday. Do you know, that's completely gone from my mind now. What was that third prize? No, sorry, I can't remember. But it was something along, you know, something nice and big. So those 3 items were won, as well as many smaller items. If you don't know already, I host a night every Monday night at the Golden Lion called Bingo. Now, there's a website for that as well, bingo.com, all photographs on there. It's a good laugh every Monday night. Did I say Wednesday? That's every Monday night at 8 o'clock. Oh, I'm a busy boy, dears. I do something every night, you know that. And so I did that. Then we had the whole midnight thing. We went live to Big Ben. We had the chimes. And then we did some more karaoke. We had a little bit of music, not too much music, because people wanted to sing. We thought they'd want to dance after midnight, but it turned out they wanted to continue singing. So we got the karaoke out, and I stayed till 2 o'clock. After which time I left the venue, and I have never seen so much traffic in London as there was on New Year's Eve. Trying to get out of London, it took me 2.25 hours, and I'm sure I told you this in the last show. It took me 2.25 hours to do a journey that would normally take me 20 minutes. It was chock-a-block. But never mind, and it was a great night. I wonder, what did you do New Year's Eve this year? Or last year, wasn't it? It's last year. What did you do last year, New Year's Eve? And in what country are you? One would assume that New Year's Eve is different in all the countries. Was it for you? Let me know on the email. It's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I'll just write down, I must write down on this bit of paper, do link on forums. Sorry, got a bit of a sniff there. I should use my button. I can use my button and then you can't hear me sniff like this. Hey, I didn't hear that, did you? I've got a special button here. Yes, you can't hear me sniff then. All right. Now, there is a postal address as well, which I will be giving you in the next 10 minutes or so. All right, so get ready for that. Hi to Joe. And he says, I'm glad you got your Christmas gift at last. Yes, thank you, Joe. As I say, Joe sent me some... I've got the box of teas here. Just a minute now. There it is. Joe sent me some lovely speciality teas, all different ones, which I've still got here. Now, Joe, as I said to you, I've tried a couple of those, I call them herbal teas. Right, tea is like, to me, tea is something you put milk in, right? So the Earl Grey, I will keep that. I'm going to keep some of them, but I know someone who loves herbal teas, and I know he won't have any of these ones because you've sent all these to me from America, haven't you? Very kindly. What's that? Although the mango one looks rather nice, doesn't it? Ooh. I might try another one, actually. I might try another one, the vanilla, but I do know someone who will love these. Now, where's the other one? English high-grown leaf blend. We'll keep that one. I'm not giving all of them away. And I think that's about it. Let's have a look. Oh, that... No, because I have tried a couple of them, and they're really, really not my sort of thing. But I don't want to seem ungrateful. I'm eternally grateful for you taking the time and trouble to get these. I've never seen them before. Never actually seen them. And of course, oh, by the way, the ginger biscuits, they're all gone. Absolutely delicious. I haven't got the tins downstairs, actually. I do you keep biscuit tins and things like that, Joe? I do, yeah, I keep all that. And I shall also keep these two teas here. The Earl Grey and the... Well, I'm not too keen on Earl Grey, but, you know, a cup now and again. Because it's a bit smelly, isn't it? It's like perfume Earl Grey tea. A bit posh. And as you know, I don't do posh. I'm not known as Posh Totty here in London. Not posh at all, I'm afraid. More chav type, do you reckon? I've got my hoodie on as well today. My special little hoodie top. That didn't cost me much at all. Let's put that on. There we are. Keep my head warm. I'll tell you what, I think I look more like Red Riding Hood than a hoodie. And we'll keep the English high-grown leaf blend, which actually, that one looks really nice. And the others, if it's okay with you, Joe, and I did mention this on the last show, I'm going to give them to someone who absolutely adores herbal tea, if that's okay. Joe goes on to say, it was all Amy. She picked the tea, the biscuits, the lot. Sweet, isn't she? She certainly is. Thank you, Amy. Amy's another regular friend and listener to United Kingdom Talk. She's a teacher, aren't you, my love? How's the teaching going? Did the class that you go to, did they do a special Christmas nativity thing? Does that happen in America? We used to do it here quite a lot. Was I in a nativity? Yes, I was. When I was in primary school, I was in a nativity thing. I wasn't actually on the stage. I was playing the piano for the class. How old was I? I was only about 11 years old then. Yeah. And I always remember the teacher, Miss Eaton, who I really liked, Miss Eaton. I think I had a schoolboy crush on her, you know, at 11 years old. No, I wasn't even 11. How old was I? I think about 10. I was in primary school. I think I was 10 years old, and I had a crush on this teacher. Miss Eaton, her name was. I don't know what happened with her. That was at primary school. I went to the Sacred Heart Primary School in Roehampton. That's where I was kind of brought up between 1969. I was in Roehampton between 1969 and 1983, I think it was. It's a nice place to live, Roehampton. Have a look on there. Some people are not too keen on it now. I don't know, I've driven around there a couple of times and it does look a bit rough now. However, that's where I was brought up and I certainly have some lovely memories of Roehampton. We lived in red brick in a masonette, and there was we had 3 bedrooms. Lovely place, Roehampton. Let me see. Joe says, the interesting thing is in the export declaration where the zip code area was too small, only room for 6 characters, not 7. Oh, I see what you mean, because our postal code here is RG429ED. That's right, yes. She shipped from a United Parcel Service outlet. Shipped on December the 3rd, and it took that long for you to receive. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it took so long to get here. No idea. That happens sometimes anyway. It says here, my mother-in-law shipped stuff to her kids in Scotland on December the 2nd, and they still don't have it. Blimey, that's taken a long time, hasn't it? Anyway, glad you finally got it. Enjoy. And certainly, I love those biscuits. Ginger biscuits, we like those. What are my favourite ginger... Because they were very thin, those biscuits, weren't they? But very strong, very powerful taste of ginger in there, I must say. Thank you very much. That's from Joe in Greenville, Tennessee, USA. I wish I had a tissue to blow my nose. I tell you what, would you mind very much if I just go and get a tissue to blow my nose? Because it's doing my nut in here, it really is. I'm sorry about that, dear listeners. Do you mind? Can I get something to blow my nose? And then we'll do another email. Oh, I've dropped some... Where's my pen gone? Hang on a minute, get my pen. It's all falling apart today. Right, 1 second, back in a tick. Don't go anywhere. There we are, there we are. It's alright, just get a bit of toilet paper to blow my nose on. Well, bit of toilet paper. I'm all stuffed up. I wasn't like this when I started, was I? It's funny that. Right, hang on a minute. Blowing my nose. I'm just going to cut the mic off so you can... It's not nice. You don't want to hear me blowing my nose. There you are. Did it go all quiet then? Of course it did. You don't want to hear me blowing my nose. Don't be awful. Oh, that's horrible, that is. Right, now, where are we going now? On my computer there. Okay. Right. Suko is our friend in New York. Suko, who says, Dear Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris? Hang on a minute, Suko. Can I be your uncle, dear? We are of similar age, I believe. Uncle? Oh, it's bad enough. Here, can I tell you? It was 2 lads at work while I was DJing somewhere. Was it a couple of Sundays ago? And it was one of their birthdays. I think one was 20 and the other was 21. And I picked up the mic and I says, you do realise your combined age doesn't equal mine? Oh, I shouldn't laugh at things like that, should I? It hurts, it hurts. Especially like, you know, my friend Anthony, because he's 44 as well. So our combined age is 88. And when we tell these youngsters this, they're absolutely horrified. Oh dear, I shouldn't joke about things like that. I'm crying my eyes out now. I want to be young and pretty again. Just like my cats. How comes cats never lose their looks? You ever thought about that? They don't, do they? They go on being furry and cute. Cats do not lose their looks. My friend Anthony, he had a lovely little cat, which sadly he lost recently, but it was 18 years old and she was still really... Was it? Oh, I can't remember if it was a he or a she now, but whatever sex it was a beautiful cat. Absolutely beautiful cat. Look at my little cat Tiny. Huh? Yes, she's still pretty as well. She's out at the moment. It's night time. And she's 18 years old, poor old soul. I mean, she can barely walk along. Sometimes I see her walking from one side of the garden and she's kind of... I think might have arthritis or something like that. I should have to feed her personally, wouldn't I? She will... I'm not putting her in a home. I'm not putting my old elderly cats in a cat home. That's just not nice, love. No. They will be with me forever, as long as possible, darlings. Now, Suko says, Dear Uncle Chris, thanks for singing to me. Yes, because it was Suko's birthday. Just a week ago now, wasn't it? On the 8th of January? 8th of January it was. She says, but between 30 and 60, what a cheek. And then she says in brackets, but just between you and me, it's there somewhere. Yes, Suko is between 30 and 60. Well, what did you want me to say? You don't give a woman's age away, dears. Oh, no, they go mad. Don't ever give a woman... They do. They go absolutely spare. She says, as I've told you before, I think of myself as ageless. I think you're ageless too, Suko. Ageless, my darling. Not a single wrinkle on there, we know, darling. Ageless. She says, I know no expense was spared in arranging that number with choir backup. Of course not, dear. You don't think I'm here on my own, do you? There's an entire choir and orchestra next door waiting for me to wave my hand and they burst into song and playing music just for you, dear. Not for me, for you. She says, don't you love imagining Carl cringing when you're singing? Yes, Carl is another United Kingdom Talk friend and regular listener in Yorkshire. Oh, I've got the Yorkshire music. Hang on a minute. Let me find the Yorkshire music. Yorkshire music, ITV. We've got the Yorkshire... Oh, hang on. We haven't. We haven't got the Yorkshire one. I thought I had that on here. Oh, I wonder where that is. Never mind. We won't have it then. No music for Carl. And Carl hates... He absolutely hates my singing. I don't know why. I mean, the boy plays an instrument. You would have thought he had a musical ear. And all musical ears surely must like my singing. I don't understand, I really don't. She says, oh yes, tell Jimmy Suko loved listening to him blowing bubbles. Oops, maybe I put that another way. Suko loves whatever Jimmy does. Oh, Jimmy is my nephew, 10 years old. 10 years old. And he got a Wii for Christmas, I told you, didn't it? Oh, it's great. It's all like... tennis and cricket and everything. It's fantastic. I am considering purchasing one, but I'm not paying what they're asking. I'm not paying £200 for one of those. I'm going to laugh at you. I should wait till they come down in price. You see, I don't really have much interest in computer games at all. I find them a complete and utter waste of time. How kids can sit there for hours and hours in front of a TV screen, but with the Wii, you're actually standing up and doing something. So a lot of these youngsters who are morbidly obese, way, way overweight. And we've mentioned this before. You know, I don't care what people look like, but it's just not good for their health. They'll be dead by the time they're 50. The Wii may help. If they're standing up, batting about, well, it's got to be better than sitting down just, you know, pushing buttons all the time, isn't it? Do you think? I don't know. She says, Suko loves whatever Jimmy does. He sounds like a little English choir boy. Don't you believe that, Suko? He's not that good, my darling. I can't believe this PS that Suko has written. Oh, I don't think I can read it out. I really don't. She says, P.S. Your birthday's in February, right? That is correct, Suko. The 5th of February is my birthday, my darling. By the way, get ready. I'm going to give you the postal address next, all right? 5th of February, 12345. And she says, are you going to be 55 or 56? Beg pardon? 55 or 56? What a liberty, dear. 56? Where on earth did you get that from, my love? What a cheek. 56. I shan't come and visit New York. I'm upset now. No, I'm going to be 45, Suko, all right? 45, which to anyone who's about 18 years old is just over the hill and end of story, isn't it? But let me tell you, after going over 40, OK, we don't get chatted up as much, we lose our looks, but I think in my mind I'm a lot happier. Especially to be able to sit here and do this, you know, and talk to friends and listeners all the time. It's just fantastic. She says, if I were you, I'd keep one of those bingo mugs to put your dentures in. Dentures? I haven't got dentures. Look, they're all my own teeth. Look. All my own teeth here. Listen, I'll prove it. Listen. Can you hear that? How my teeth? Ah! All my own... What a cheek. Dentures. Oh, you're going for it today, aren't you? Did you get out of bed the wrong side today, Suko? What is wrong with you, dear? She said, and did you ever hear of just for men hair colour? Pardon? Well, I'm glad that you think I've got enough hair to cover, Suko. What a liberty. It's handy, but only if you have any hair to colour, so never mind. She must have been really fed up with something that day she wrote this one. She put that email to the side. What a cheek! We love it. We love it. Let's see how catty we can all get, shall we? Thank you, Suko. Excuse me. And there is another letter here from Suko. 1 second.